I'm finally back after a small series break. To Be Hero X, Episode 10. Cyan is now seen to be living at the Hero Tower. The man who signed Cyan actually had a meeting with her. She was given a weapon as well as a new costume. Which the weapon is actually her guitar modified to turn into some type of bow. With no experience, Cyan is going to be trained to be a hero. Then we cut into the opening. After performance, Scion quickly gets into her car that is being driven by her driver. And this is where it took me to realize this takes place right after the concert last episode. Scion actually asked her driver to take her somewhere. Not really too surprising, she's back at her foster home. Cyan quickly gets out of the car and walks towards the doorway that enters into it. Cyan begins to try to open the door, but from behind, the Dean greets her. He says to Cyan, "What are you doing here?" The Dean goes on about how Cyan left them with nothing. She tries to run away from this, but she just listens in. She had no choice. With some realization, she says she wants to help the orphanage. The Dean doesn't buy it. She calls her out. "What do you really want?" Cyan tells the truth. She wanted to know if Leo really wasn't here. The Dean doubles down and says that Leo is dead as he walks towards the door to get back inside. As the Dean tries to close the door behind him, we get to see that Leo was actually listening in to all of this. That's where we get to find out what Leo was whispered into his ear from the Dean. It was about the car crash and how his parents died on the same plane that Cyan actually survived on. Sort of stupid and kind of generic, but I'm fine with it. It's still a great series. Furthermore, on Leo, we get to see some type of power was let out as soon as he heard that secret. Some type of misfortune, which the same misfortune is being used to blame the orphanage. For the many weird incidents going on, we also get to see that this same misfortune has changed everyone in the orphanage into zombies. Currently, Zion's stress value is dropping low due to the various rumors going around. What Cheyenne's resolve is to try and do a conference where she explains her background, but the man who signed her is highly against this. But midway, a lady named Queen comes to the door. That's where we have Queen explain that there's a silver lining between Scion and the plane crash as well as her powers of luck. Basically, there was footage of Scion as a baby who was on that same plane that crashed. Now Scion must go out there and retrieve the footage. Through the streets, we get to see Scion roller skate past many people that are stunned by this zombie bad luck. A battle of good luck versus bad luck, to be more exact. Eventually, after a while, Scion makes her way to the orphanage, and there she has a fight with many of the same people she grew up with. She didn't know what to do, so she kind of shot him with her bow, trying to get him back to normal. Amidst that, though, the Dean grabs her, and there he is in his new form. The two have an epic battle where Cyan uses not only a bow, but a spray can full of luck. Cyan was actually able to beat him, and now she needs to go find that file. Using a yo-yo, she drops it and it guides her towards where she needs to go. Leading into the Dean's office, she goes to the drawers and she finally finds what she needed. However, she is called out Cyan. It ends up being Leo. He blames Cyan for all the misfortune that was given to him. Leo is very enraged, but Cyan keeps trying to avoid him from fighting him. As she's running, she finds his computer and she sticks the drive in. But Leo starts to become too much. Cyan sort of sits there and she tries to explain who she is. She also brings out the same ball that caused everything to change paths. Yet again, she throws it and it hits a fire alarm. As water pours, we actually get to see the footage of the plane crash. We get to see how Cyan got her powers. As that plane was crashing, everyone was putting luck upon Cyan, thus leading to her giving the luck to others. We also get to learn that the person that was singing that song that she knows was actually Yo's dad. Once back, Leo finally realizes everything. He's crying and he puts his hand out and takes Cyan's. A news report starts playing. The orphanage is finally opening up again. Also, we get to learn that that negative energy is actually fear, something that is used against trust. Leaving off, we get to see that the man that saved Cyan, as well as the one that signed her, are looking at this fear, but they talk about how they might not be the only ones. Not the only ones, as a man enters a garage. Honestly, another really good episode. I didn't really care for what was whispered as a secret. It was pretty apparent. I kind of knew, I didn't want to think that something so basic would have been the whole reason while Leo was all enraged. But hey, it kind of worked out. We got the ending that we sort of wanted. Now, are the two of them going to be touring together? Are we ever going to get to see more Scion? I don't know. There is another episode. I am going to get to that one eventually. But as far as this one, pretty good. Just a little disappointed with that. If I had to rate it, I'm going to say it's still a 9. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on To Be Hero X Episode 10. Hope you stay safe, and until next time, peace out.